All right, this week we are joined by the man who scored the game winner in overtime against Ohio State this past weekend, Riley Reese. Thanks for hopping on the show.
Appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
If you had told me, or most people going into Saturday, even maybe yourself, that you were going to score the game winner, you probably wouldn't have believed it just because, defenseman and was your first career goal. Take me through that play and why you were in that position right in front of the net with a clear shot to score the game winner.
Yeah, Eric Kohler was on ball. AJ Larkin had a great slide to him, so got to his hands. He kind of threw the ball over and it went towards the midline. I kind of just ran up there to kind of give some dummy pressure to start, and our attackman did a great job of getting it over. So it was an over and back goal, and they picked it up, whistle ready, and they went as soon as the ref blew it. They started running, so I just kept running the spots that we practice at our fast breaks. I have to get to, so I kept running and hit down to the pipe. I remember seeing Spanos throw it to Urksa, and then Urksa threw it back to Spanos. I kind of looked around, and I was nobody was really near me because they sent a lot of people to Spanos. Right mindset. He probably would have made a play if not. So I just kind of peeled and kind of sat in an open spot, and Spanos had great vision to find me, and I just had to catch the ball and put it in the back of the net. So it worked out.
So it definitely worked out. This is something that's happened in practice before. You have a fast break like that, but obviously now you see it come to fruition in the game, right?
Yeah, we practice that stuff all the time, the situational based stuff, the unsettled stuff. So our coaches, they just harp on the same things, getting in the right spots and doing the right things, and just got to make it happen when we get that opportunity in the game.
Absolutely. Given your family, you've been around Maryland lacrosse your entire life. Both your parents had a lot of memorable moments at Maryland. How does it feel now to kind of have one of your own in a really big way for this team?
Yeah, I've been around Maryland my whole life, so obviously the tradition and culture have been big within my family, and my younger sister will be here next year. My brother's a freshman on the team right now, so getting to see my mom every day, not ideal for some people, but I'm not going to complain. It's kind of awesome for me. My dad obviously has a past with Maryland lacrosse, so kind of getting that experience and that feeling under my belt to be able to make an important play at an important time for the team, and be able to win a game. Like winning a Big Ten game is always hard. I always keep saying that, but it really is, and I'm just really proud of the team. And if it wasn't me that scored, I would have been the same happiness. But at least we put out a win, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day.
Very well said. Maryland lacrosse is one of those teams. There's a lot of them out there, but really one of the teams you hear all the time for so many years harp on, next man up mentality. You've embodied that to the fullest extent this season. You can talk about it, you can hear it happen, you can be ready for that mindset. But what has allowed you in your preparation to be so successful, mainly in the last 3 games when you've taken a bigger role starting, but really this whole season for you?
Yeah, I mean, wasn't the ideal way to kind of get my opportunity at all. Will Shaw was one of my best friends, so having him go down was definitely not ideal. But I think the thing that has kept me prepared is one, Will does a great job at helping me and Pete Lake and Michael Alexander helping us out because he's been around the block. He's played against all these teams that we're playing against. And our coaching staff, honestly, the biggest thing, Coach Bernhardt is the best defensive coordinator in the country. So he puts us in spots that we can be successful. And that's the way that he's always rolled, and he does a great job at it. So being able to put us in spots where we can succeed and us just having to go out there and do it definitely makes a difference.
What are some of the ways Schaller has still helped you guys, obviously, even though he's sidelined?
Yeah, he's always in the film room with us still. He watches film with me, Pete, and Mikey. So obviously Pete's our guy who kind of takes some of his matchups over, and Will helps him with that a lot because he's guarded all these guys. So Will can tell him stuff that he sees, stuff that he's played against, stuff that he thinks. Like, is he faster guy? Is he a slower guy than you think? But he's always been around. So having that experience, which is a big thing, which Coach Bernhardt definitely values, and all of us value too, because you're going against things that maybe I haven't seen before, I haven't played against, but Will's played against it for 3-4 years now. So being able to just pick his mind on a bunch of stuff and seeing him at practice where he's like, you got to do this, like you just take it to the chin and you just roll with it. Trust him.
Seems like he might have some coaching in his future. What do you think for you guys has been the difference in these past 2 games? You can look at the numbers, you can look at goals allowed. Obviously, that matters. But what, from your perspective, from being on the field, has been the difference that's allowed you guys to be more successful in the past 2 games?
I think it's just more trust in each other. I think that we've kind of built it through practice. I think earlier this year we struggled with some things that historically we haven't struggled with, and I think we just kind of emphasized those things in practice, and each of us got on one another. We just kind of pushed each other to a point where you had to fix those mistakes, and we're kind of limiting those mistakes and sliding at the right time, whether it's clearing at a high percentage, stuff like that. Like, I think just making sure that we do us and we play our game, that's kind of what has helped our defense succeed, and our offense does the same thing. So,
Absolutely. What, you guys come into the year as the preseason number one team in the country. You have a weird start to the season where Richmond, who's now also looked like one of the better teams in the country, your game gets postponed against them. And then you take those three straight losses against, three of the better teams in the country. I think it's very fair to say Syracuse, Princeton, and Notre Dame. What was the mentality knowing, hey, we're still a very good team, but we happen to lose three games to three very good teams?
yeah, I mean, those three games, obviously, you want those in the win columns, but we definitely learned from them, and we weren't it wasn't like, I mean, they were all like 1-2 goal games, which everyone kind of realized too. Like, we were right there. Like, something will click eventually, and it's kind of making sure each other never lose hope in a way, and always stays confident in this group and what this group can accomplish. Because we have all seen inside of our team what this group can be and how good we can be, and we know that it's about time that we're going to click. And I think we're starting to kind of peak at the right moment, and just that mentality of don't back down, like, just be confident, be ourselves, and something we're going to make great things happen. So just emphasizing that mentality throughout the whole week and the whole season.
You've been on the team the past 2 years during the national championship runs. What lessons have you guys taken from those when maybe you didn't have as much success in early on in some of those seasons to say, hey, we've kind of been here before? I think really I would mainly be talking about 2 years ago. Hey, we've been here before. We've lost some games early on in the season, but it really matters what you look like, late May.
Yeah, I mean, my class was here for that 2 years ago run, so we've taken a lot from that, honestly. Like, we've had our wins, we've had our losses, and kind of being able to just bounce back, because you leave that week in the past. Whatever happens in that week, you leave in the past and you use it as motivation for the next week. So I think having that happen to us before, where we can kind of find a recipe to bouncing back, has been huge for kind of the senior class to lead through this time. But yeah, I mean, I think that just bouncing back was our biggest thing, and we've done it before, and it shows people that we can do it again, no matter what the circumstances. So
I want to talk about your career at Maryland. You come in, obviously, people know who your parents are. You don't play freshman year. Sophomore year, you play, I believe, in most games. And then junior year last year, correct me if I'm wrong, you had an injury. And now, obviously, this year's been a bit different. Take me through that. Did you think at a point in time you might never kind of have your moment in Maryland lacrosse? Did that go through your head at any point?
not really. I mean, that's always in the back of people. You always want to get on the field, but I played in a few games sophomore year, so I kind of filled a role, and everyone on the team has a role. And if my role wasn't ever to play, I was going to give my best every day to the team, no matter what, because that's how a team works and that's how everybody else gets better. So that's how I've kind of always driven myself, just being a team first guy. So, I mean, if I wasn't ever going to play, I was going to work my tail off to play, but I got the opportunity this year, and I also got it sophomore year, so just got to keep moving, and that's how a team works. Next man up.
As I was saying, next man up mentality for Maryland lacrosse is always super strong. What are some of the lessons you would say that you learned from your parents specifically that you took about, what it takes to succeed at Maryland?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest lesson that I've learned is more so from my mom. I think she kind of emphasized something in my brain where it's kind of just a positive reinforcement mindset, where it's kind of like you just self-talk to yourself, you self-talk to everybody else. Like, there's always going to be people who are pushing you down. Like, I mean, some social media that always brings us down. A lot of people hate us out in the outside world, but just kind of pushing each other and kind of positively reinforcing each other has been definitely something that we've talked about as a team. And just to keep somebody who may be having a bad week, just keep them going. Say, like, you're here for them. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. We need you, stuff like that. So my mom's definitely emphasized that from her coaching days into me, and I've definitely seen that when I was at her games back in the day. But
Super fair. Your parents obviously both coaches. Do they, after games, will you ever talk to them about, little stuff on the field? At this point in your career, are they still trying to, break down small stuff on the field, or is that really in the past from when you were a kid?
No, I mean they definitely still do it. My dad more so than my mom. My dad knows what's going on with men's lacrosse, I think, more than my mom does. But my mom's not naive, of course. But my dad, yeah, he always asks about stuff that we do, our game plan and stuff like that. Who's covering who's. So he's definitely one to kind of pick my brain a little bit more. But my mom more so asks me questions about her games because I think she's kind of more worried about herself, but not in a bad way. But she's always picking my brain about her game. So it's kind of like a triangle in a way. So kind of just holding each other accountable and making sure each other aren't messing up, which is nice to have at least.
Yeah, obviously, women's lacrosse, huge game this week. Tomorrow at this point, or Thursday, if you're listening to this then, against Northwestern. Maybe the biggest game of women's lacrosse so far this year. It's going to be super exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna pull that one out. Yeah, everyone there.
Yeah, that'll be a huge game. I want to talk about your career personally. I know you didn't play freshman year, didn't play last year, but you are graduating. Are you planning to stick around the Maryland program after this year?
Yeah, I will be here next year, so I'll have a fifth year that I'll be staying around with some of my classmates here who have a fifth year as well. So can't wait for that.
Very sweet. Well, looking forward to watching you progress even more, and specifically looking forward to the next two regular season games and then postseason play. So that's all I got for you, Ryan. Thanks so much for hopping on this morning.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.